Hey, welcome back and welcome to the Current Reads. Every other Wednesday, we check in on a different library to see what people all over the viewing area are reading. So far, we've been to 22 different libraries, and this week, for our 23rd stop, we're going to Henry County, Illinois, and the Western District Library in Orion. The town's first reading room was opened to the public in the old Opera House in January 1905. The library was then moved to the place it currently sits in 1911. And 2 years ago, flash forward, the library completed its latest renovation to be what it is today. And this week, our librarians have chosen 3 pretty different books for us. And it's why we have Library Director Michelle Bailey joining us now. Michelle, thank you so much for being here with us.
Hi, thanks for having me.
I want to start before we get to the books. Let's start with you. How long have you been with the library and why do you love it so much?
Sure. Well, I've been with the library since 2020, so I started right after COVID, and I absolutely love the community that we have at our library, just getting to see all the same familiar people coming in and see the familiar faces, and we have a lot of traffic now with summer reading that we've got going on. Yeah.
I bet. What kind of genres do people in Orion love to read?
So right now, Frida McFadden is really popular, and she's a mystery writer, and so our first book, Big Lies in a Small Town, is a mystery as well.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I haven't had the chance to read this one yet, but
Okay.
even just reading the back of the book, I was like, oh, I'm already sucked in.
Yes.
Can you tell people about it?
So the book is really great because it focuses on 2018 and then it goes back in time to 1940. So the thing that I really like about the chapters is that it's very clear which time flash you're in. Sometimes that can be confusing for people, but it tells you right at the very beginning. So the story starts off in 2018 when we've got a female protagonist who has been wrongly accused of a crime, and she's in prison. Her name is Morgan Christopher, and she gets a visitor who asks her to come and restore an art mural, and she has never done any kind of art restoration, but she is an artist. And it turns out that the mural that she's restoring was painted in 1940 in North Carolina. And so throughout the story, there's a mystery to solve and clues that she uncovers as she is restoring this painting. And it turns out that she's actually related to the person who painted the mural. So you find out all about the backstory, and yeah, it's a really great mystery novel.
Sounds like a page turner.
Yeah.
Well, the next book you brought for us is kind of a first here on Current Reads.
Great.
It's a financial help book. Tell me about Money for Couples.
All right, so Money for Couples is by Ramit Sethi. His first book is actually called I Will Teach You to Be Rich, which I think kind of coincides with his single life, and now he wrote Money for Couples and he's married. So it's kind of been nice to see this transition that he's taken. He's got a Netflix series called I Will Teach You to Be Rich. He's got a podcast. He's my favorite podcast person to listen to. And he gets people on the right track, and then with Money for Couples, he teaches couples how to get on the same page, get on the same goal, and both rowing in the same direction, and then really thinking about not only saving for life, but also using your money to live the life that you want to lead while you get there. So that's what I love about it, is that he really takes the aspect of living your life that you want now while still preparing for the future.
Absolutely. You know, being able to still have adventures even while you're saving and setting yourself up for success.
Exactly.
Your final book for us is a children's book that has a
It is.
really cool connection. Before we talk about the hometown connection, what's the library about?
So the library was written by Sarah Stewart, and her husband is David Small, and he is the illustrator of the book. Great watercolor pictures. The book is about Elizabeth Brown. Elizabeth Brown is actually based on a real librarian whose name was Mary Elizabeth Brown, and she was a friend of Sarah Stewart's. And Elizabeth Brown in the story has so many books. She fills up her house. There's a lot of cute pictures. Her standing on her head, reading upside down, and she gets so many books in her house that she has no more room for the books in her house, so she has to open a library where then her books can live.
Oh, I love it. When you read this book, why did you reach out to the illustrator?
We were looking for, during the renovation, a way for us to have a great mural that we could have on the back wall, something that would be attractive to adults who would see it the minute they walked in the library building, but also attractive to kids. And the library board and I were debating on what we were going to do, and I picked up the cover of this book and I said, you know what, if I had my way, this is what I would want on the back wall. And we did reach out to David Small and Sarah Stewart, and they gave us permission to have the mural put on the back wall. So
I love it. And it was just the 2-year anniversary of when you reopened after your renovations.
Yes. Yep.
What's it been like?
Wow. You know, our big goal was to keep the historical character of the library in the front. We have a library desk that is not very handicapped accessible, and so we wanted to make sure that we were being ADA compliant. So we have a new desk that was built in the front, great woodworking. So it was really great that we could keep our old desk, be ADA compliant now. And then in the back, that's where we've got the children's section, which is more modern. So that's where the mural is in the back.
Oh, I love it. Well, if people want to go check out the library, we've only got a few seconds left.
Sure.
Tell me about your summer reading program. I know it started already, but
Yes.
people can still join?
Yes, absolutely. We've got about 125 kids that have signed up already.
Oh my gosh.
You read for 3 hours a week, and then you can turn in a raffle ticket. You can fill out as many sheets as you want, and we have some really great Lego prizes that the kids are really excited about.
Lego prizes.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
I'm not going to have to tell my boyfriend that.
Yeah.
He's going to be all over that.
He can partake too. Come on over.
Okay, good. Michelle, thank you so much for making the drive over and for the book recommendations. I am absolutely checking this one out next.
Awesome. Thanks.
For you guys at home, you can find all the books we spoke about today or any of our previous current read selections by going to WQAD.com and clicking on the As Seen on TV tab.